righteousness to claim. So we come and find your merit in the glory of your name. So we shout your hallelujahs. We exalt and we adore, knowing even as we praise you, you are worthy of our heart.
So our theme today is Worship the Eternal God. It's also the title of my sermon, Worship the Eternal God. I know in previous messages in the past, I would have given definitions of eternality, or what it means to be eternal, or what, when I say God is eternal. But again, it's always good to give a fresh perspective of what eternal means when we speak of God. So, I'm going to give you the simplest statement first, then give you some what we call profound statements after, and end with another simple statement, and we will get what it means when we say that God is eternal. Eternal. When this attribute is ascribed to God, the meaning is that to his existence there was no beginning and there will be no end. Let me repeat that. To God's existence there was no beginning and there will be no end. As all things were made by him, he was before all things, and consequently there was a time when he, God, existed alone, but in three persons. Alright? There was a time when there was nobody else around. But there never was a time when God did not exist. God is exalted above all limitations of time. God does not exist during one period of duration more than another. With God, there is no distinction between the present, past, and future. But all things are equally and always present to God. With him, duration is an eternal no. Now that is a very deep and profound statement which will be borne out in scripture. But so I repeat again. Everything I'm saying now is going to be borne out in my points and scripture. This profound statement says, with God, duration is an eternal no. God is not in time. It is more correct to say that time is in God. Let me repeat that one too. God is not in time. It is more correct to say that time is in God. So simply put, God must always have existed and must continue to exist forever. That's what we mean when we say that God is eternal. And I'd like to share with you, don't be frightened, 7 things about our eternal God. 7 things about our eternal God. Verses are printed on my paper, so if I go a little fast for you and don't wait for you to find the scriptures, just keep up, either listen or follow after. But I want us to speak about this eternal God. So here's the first thing. All of this is coming from what I said earlier. The first thing I want you to know about this eternal God, and why we should worship the eternal God, is that He is an eternal person. He is an eternal person. Isaiah chapter 57 verse 15 says it this way. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. The phrase I'd like us to pay attention to mostly here is the phrase that says, the one that inhabiteth eternity. Very profound, very deep. In fact, I smiled when the choir was singing inhabit our praise, because I knew that I was going to share with you a phrase that says God inhabits eternity. What on earth and in heaven does that mean? The Hebrew word for inhabit means to lodge, to reside, to dwell, or to abide, or to permanently stay. So what the phrase is saying is that God is the one whose resting place is eternity. He's an eternal person. As I said to you in the opening statement, God is not in time. Time is in God. He is eternal, and He is the one that inhabits eternity. He dwells eternally. He lives in eternity. And even if this gets a little confusing for you, just accept the fact that God is eternal. He's an eternal person. Psalm 102 verse 24 to 27 says it this way. Say it this way. I said, O my God, take me not away in the midst of my days. Thy years are throughout all generations. You live throughout all generations. Of old hast thou laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thy hands. They shall perish. The heaven and the earth shall perish, but thou shalt endure, meaning you shall live forever. Yea, all of them shall wax old like a garment. As a vesture shalt thou change them, and they shall be changed. But thou art the same, and thy years shall have no end, because God is an eternal person. Number 2. Not only is God an eternal person, but God has eternal presence. What does that mean? I will say it the way the psalmist said it, which you read earlier. Psalm 90, verse 1 and 2. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. He says, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. His presence was always there. He has been living with us and living without us. He has been living before us. And if we never exist, He will still live after us. eternal presence means he's always here. He has always been there. From every generation, that phrase is so common. We sing it in songs that we make this statement, every generation, or from generation to generation. From generation to generation, God has always been there. Before generations, God has always been there. In fact, God created generations. That is not a new generation. He created generations. He's always been there, eternal. He has eternal presence. And I want you to understand that God is there. Young men who you're sprouting your first strand of hair, mustache or beard. God was there when your first strand of mustache come. And maybe a few women too who have to be shaken. Listen to your laughing. I mean, too loud. Alright, I'm saying he has been there. He has been there with every inch that you have grown. God has been there. He is just present everywhere. He has always been around. I hope I'm helping to put things into perspective. Having said that, my third point is this. God has an eternal perspective. So you following me? He's an eternal person, he has eternal presence, and he also has eternal perspective. Now we're going to flesh this out in scripture. Psalm 90 again, but verse 4 says this way. For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8 says it this way. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing that I want you to know, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. God has an eternal perspective that is beyond our understanding. To put it in layman terms, when you think that God takes too long to work, and you are waiting 10 years for something, 10 years for God, my sister, is like a second. And I want to get this one in particular, because if we get impatient with God, then I believe we don't fully understand this particular character of God. When you have waited out of patience, God is saying, that's just like a second to me. 1,000 years is like a day. So you wonder, oh, God takes so long. No, God is right in time. So pray for patience. In fact, this should also help us all to change our perspective and view things through God's perspective. That, hey God, man, 1,000 years is like a day to you, and so forth, vice versa. Lord, look at this. 1,000 years inside are like yesterday. So when you have had a bad past, and it seems so long, 20 years of struggles and strife, God called it 20 seconds. Now I want to quickly hasten so that those of you who are thinking in a different path don't miss this point. It doesn't mean that because your 20 years of struggles and strife is like 20 seconds to God, doesn't mean that he didn't understand and empathize with your suffering. Don't forget that. He does know, because as I said in the second point, he has been there. So he knows your heartache, he knows your pain, and he knows your problem. But in God's eyes, it is not so long. How we should therefore look at it is this. Since it is not so long with God, you know this whole time saying it may be long but not forever. Look at it through God's eyes. This is not forever. So I want us to trust our eternal God, who is an eternal person with an eternal presence and has an eternal perspective. When you go through your stuff, when you go through your tribulations, and if you're praying for something for 5 and 10 and 20 and 50 years, just remember, God's timing is not your timing. Haven't we always said that? No, since you have understood what it means when we say that to him 1,000 years is like a day, when you next time say God's timing is not our timing, no, you understand. to trust your God. You know, I'll quick little story. While I was serving and worshiping at Bethel Baptist Church, which is where I grew up in St. Catherine, I never forgot there was this particular lady named Sister Dillion. I grew up there and stayed there in my 20s. And they had this maybe 40-year marriage. They married when both of them were unsaved. But Sister Dillion got saved after the marriage. And she has never stopped praying for her husband's salvation. 20, 30 years. She's always said, pray for my husband's salvation. I don't know how long it took, but a whole lot of years. But I lived to see the day when Mr. Dillon walked the aisle after 30 years of prayer, giving his life to the Lord. I was living to go back there as I visited last month to see Mr. Dillon still serving the Lord. Now when I saw him, here's what happened. I remember how long it took for him to come to the Lord. And I said, God, thank you for your grace, because he could have taken him over this world and he would have lost his chance. No, it took 30 years strong, but praise the Lord, he gave his life to the Lord, and now Lord is giving him grace to serve him. So I'm saying to you, your time is not God's time, and God's time is not your time. Simply wait on the Lord. And if you need some more patience, pray for more. If you need extra grace, pray for extra grace. But learn this about God. He will work on food schedule. Fourthly, he lives in an eternal place. He lives in an eternal place. Psalm 145 verse 13 says it this way. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endureth throughout all generations. I want you to understand that if you want to replace the word eternal with another word, it will be everlasting. Because that's what eternal means. Everlasting. So he has an everlasting place, an eternal place. And the scripture says it lasts forever. It's an everlasting kingdom. I like how Daniel 7 verse 13 and 14 puts it. Daniel 7 verse 13 and 14 say, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man. Guess I'll tell you who that is. Say it out loud and say it out proud. Alright, Jesus. So he saw in a vision, one like the Son of Man, and by the way, if Jesus is eternal, he is God. Always don't want to miss the opportunity of proving that Jesus is God. Alright? So it's talking about Jesus here, one like the Son of Man, come with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I like the combination of shall not pass away, nor shall be destroyed. It means that there is nothing we can do to stop God's everlasting kingdom. It will never end, nor will anybody destroy it. People have tried. Satan has tried. But no one comes up against our powerful God and wins. Because his kingdom is forever. The place is forever. And this is where I want people to really think about your salvation. If you are here and you're not saved, I invite you to an everlasting place. I invite you to an eternal place. Trust Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, and you shall have eternal life and live at an eternal place. It's heaven. It's his kingdom. Nothing about God fades. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but his word and his kingdom shall not pass away. My friends, he is eternal. Fifthly, he has eternal power. He has eternal power. 1 Chronicles 29 verse 10 to 12 say, Wherefore David blessed the Lord before all the congregation. And David said, Blessed be thou, O Lord God of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power, and the glory, and the victory, and the majesty, for all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine, yours. Thine is the kingdom, you own it all. Heaven, earth, your kingdom, and you run things, O Lord, and thou art exalted as head above all. I want you to understand that God rules, His head above all, and His power is eternal. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou reignest over all. And in thine hand is power and might, and in thine hand is to make great and to give strength unto all. I like that part, I like how it ends, because here's what's happening here. In big up God and make you understand where the power source coming from. It's God who is all powerful and eternally powerful. And then He says to you, and all powerful eternal God is there to give you strength. So when you get it, take it. When you get it, access it. When you get it, actualize it, because He is the powerful eternal God giving you strength. See here, and to give strength unto all. Why stay weak? Why stay low? Why stay down? When we can be lifted up and powered up by the eternally powerful God. His power never fades. He's always there. I want you to understand this. But I like number 6. And you should love it too. I like it too. Number 6. You want to know what number 6 is? God has eternal protection. God has eternal protection, which He disposes, which He dispenses, which He distributes to those who are His. You say, I want to clarify it, because not everybody is God's children or God's child. Not everybody is under God's protection, because He's not under your obligation to protect you if you're not His. But once you are His, you are fully protected. Look at this beautiful verse in Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 27. It says, the eternal God is thy refuge. I like the fact that you put eternal before you understand. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. What a beautiful combination. Deuteronomy 33 verse 27. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. And He shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them. The eternal God is somebody you can run to. And underneath you and me are His everlasting arm, eternal arm. He's somebody that is always there, as the Quran said. He's always there when things go wrong. When things go wrong and you do not see Him, especially if you're a child of God. Listen to me. You're misrepresenting God. Don't ask where are you. He is there. He is there. Listen to me, people. Listen carefully. Don't mess this up. Don't mix this up. God, in His sovereignty and His will allow people who are His children of God to be killed, to be taken home. But underneath His wings is evidence of His protection, that you who are children of God right now under the sound of my voice are here standing, sitting, protected. And you may have had some near misses. By the way, near misses are simply God's protection. You may say, boy, I escaped that one, yes, man. Boy, something nearly happened to me. And I say to you, it not nearly happened to you. It was prevented by God. It is God who did that. And He's eternally there. He is the refuge you can run to. He's the rock that will protect you. He's your guide. Jamaica's national anthem says, what? Eternal Father, bless our land. A lot of bad things happen to Jamaica, but a lot of good things happening under God's protection too. I am still alive, you are still alive. So I want you to understand, just simply trust Him in your going in and your coming out. Because the mere fact that you have gone into your home and you have come back out, you have been protected by God. Trust Him, rest in Him. Yes, knock your door, put on your grill, do what you want to do. But remember, and I will say this nicely, your grills, your doors, your locks, your alarms, your security, if God never not bless that and watch over you, you think that if the thief want to come, you know, study how to infiltrate your system? Criminals are smart, you know. It's only a fool criminal. Forgive me, Lord, there's enough to call a body fool, so we put on one second one penalty. It's only an unwise criminal that will not map out and study before he makes the attempt. So they are studying you and me to rob you, to kill, to whatever. But God never studied them, He just knew. And so understand that the stuff we trust in, defense of man, the same man will make it, the same man can break it. But we have a God who is not man, who will know how to protect you properly. Through your grill, through your door, through your alarm, through your tent body job, through your... The word is has escaped, I remember I know. Through your licensed firearm. You see, legal, eh? Don't put your trust in man and God around in something there. I mean, I say you must protect yourself, but remember who the great protector is, it's God. So you need to trust Him. I think I was sharing this with you, but it was morning service, it was night service, so I shared with those who missed it. I remember one night I was driving home and I always back up, reverse in. The same time I was reversing my parking lot, my neighbor was driving and parking forward. I reversed him, he drive forward. Both of us came out of the car at the same time. And he said to me, "You're afraid? When you reverse like that, you must drive forward with the light pointing to your wall and your door. And if a gunman comes here, you can shoot them. You get the picture. Assume you have a firearm." We don't have no gun. So I said to him, while I understand your concern, and I'm not unconcerned myself, but I trust a God who protects me. And I will still be reversing my car with confidence. And I even said to him, in fact, because he said, "Look, be careful that you steal your car." I said, "Before they thief my thief yours." And I said, "God, you respect God. I know I drive around Mazda premises. Nobody don't want that. It is too much problem." So we said, "Watch your vehicle and I steal man before yours. And if God allows that you steal it, you'll provide another one." We're not worrying because my eternal protector is blessing my land, where I am. You need to believe that as well. You're alive, aren't you? So trust Him. So, having said all six, the concluding matter is this. Point number 7. Since you know that God is eternal, let me recap for you, that He is an eternal person who has eternal presence and has an eternal perspective and lives at an eternal place, has eternal power, and eternally protects you, has eternal protection. Number 7 there is, that means we should eternally praise Him. Give Him eternal praise. 1 Timothy 1 verse 17 says this way, "Now unto the King eternal, immortal, invisible, the only wise God, be honor and glory forever and ever. Amen." In other words, the author Paul here is saying, give God glory and praise for as long as we exist. Let us live forever and ever. Because if we are God's children, some of us, and we're going to heaven. By the way, the next time you want to know what's happening in heaven, just take a look at Revelations from chapter 4 on, and you see what they are practicing for us. What do I talk about? Eternal praise is going on in heaven, and they will not stop. What is going to happen is that we're going to join with them. The angels are there praising God eternally. The elders, the 24 elders are there praising God. Eternal praise is going on because God is eternal, and we must never stop praising Him. Whatever comes out of our lips must be praises to God. Never stop doing that. Unto the King eternal, the eternal King, immortal. Of course, the opposite of immortal is mortal. Mortal simply means you can die, and immortal means you can't die. So that is why he is eternal and immortal. He will never die. He will never get tired. He will never get weak. He will never stop going. He's like the energizer bunny going on and on and on and never stop. That's why we never stop praising Him. Never ever stop. When you pay attention to these things, you will have reasons to eternally praise Him. He's invisible, He's a spirit. The only wise God. Because all the other gods are unwise. And simply put, made up by somebody else. That's why they're unwise. But we serve a God who is eternal. And I want us to give Him eternal praise. My friends, simply put, God has always been there. He will always be there. He's there now and here now. The question is, do you recognize that? And will you trust Him? Will you serve Him? Will you give your life to Him? Will you worship the eternal God? Let us pray. Lord, help us. Lord, help us to understand who You are and to take the focus off us. Take the focus off me. Lord, forgive me. I don't want people here to be all caught up with what the preacher has to say. I want them to be caught up with what Your word says. I want them to be caught up with who You are. So help us to be caught up in rhapsody with You. Lord, I pray that we will learn to worship who You are. And Lord, just looking at Your character, looking at the different things of who You are, it should propel us to worship naturally. God, we thank You that You have been there long before us. Lord, I confess right now, as a pastor, teacher, Bible college graduate, and theologian of some sort, that up to now, God, my finite mind still does not fully grasp how it is that You could have always been there and have no beginning. But my finite mind humbles myself to the facts of how You present it and accept You as eternal, even though we don't fully understand it. I pray that people will be praying the same prayer, that we will simply accept the fact as it is presented in the Bible. So many verses have spoken about Your eternity, Your eternality. You are everlasting, and even the mercy is everlasting. Endure forever. You are eternal God. God, I pray that our people will just grab onto that kind of promise and latch onto it. And through our good times and through our bad times, we will worship eternal God. And when we get impatient, Lord, I pray that we will go back to You and see it through Your perspective, so that we will not be impatient anymore. Help us to stop running ahead of ourselves or running ahead of You. Help us to not rush into things. Help us to simply just do it Your way. See it your way. Lord, I pray for some people who might be here going through some things that we do not know. They might be grappling with some things for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, or 5 months. It doesn't even matter. Lord, different ones of us may be going through different things. However, you stand true, you stand sure. You are the one certain thing in this uncertain world. So help us to latch on to something certain, someone certain, and that's you. Help us, God, to worship you as eternal. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above, ye heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and